Friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to continue our NATAS series. The level I'm going to do together with you would be 18. Without any further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Canininis VM. And as you can see over here, I've already opened up the over-the-wire site, and we can copy this URL as starting point. And then we can open new tab and paste into the address bar. Of course, we need to change the level from 0 to 18. And the username should be natas 18. And we can copy its password from notebook. We can copy it. And then we can paste into the password field and then click sign in. So here is the requirement for us. Please log in with your admin account to retrieve credentials for the NATAS 819. So for example, we can put like admin and admin login. So you're logging as regular user. We need to log in as administrator to retrieve the credentials for NATAS 19. Now let's go back. We need to view its source code to see the logic behind the scene. Okay, so here let's walk through this PHP code very quickly. The first line is to define the variable max ID, and it's saying 640 should be enough for everyone. And the next, define the function, and then this function is checking the user is admin or not. However, as you can see over here, there is comment. This method of authentication appears to be unsafe and has been disabled for now. So whatever username we put or input will be returned 0. 0 means the regular user. Just now you have already seen that, right? And then the function is valid ID, and we'll make check to see whether the ID is digits or not. And then we'll define the function create ID. So this will, this ID should be coming from the random number between 1 and the 640. And next, I think this block of function is totally useless. And the next is to define the function my session start. So if the cookie has PHP session ID and also the valid is valid, of course, this one, it means that the PHP session ID must be number, okay? And then if session start, not start will debug, return false, and else session start okay. And if session was old, and the session number admin. So I think, of course, the several functions which have been defined. As we know, whatever username we put, this username would be handled as regular user. So how to do? Maybe we can go back and open up the inspect and go to the network and or storage. As you can see here, over here, this should be the PHP session ID, and this information is within the cookie. And I think the only way to hijack or to be manipulating as a domain user is to change the ID or the session ID, PHP session ID. And of course, we can use Python, or maybe in this case, because the number is not big, we can use BurgerSuite to do this job perfectly. Okay, so now how to do? We can enable the proxy and launch the BurgerSuite. Click OK. And next, start up BurgerSuite. And then we need to enable or turn on the intercept switch. And then we can click login. As you can see, we got or intercepted the request. And then we can send to intruder module. Just I mentioned earlier, if we, changing the username and password would be useless. The only way to get admin access is to get the corresponding PHP session ID for the administrator. Okay, so how to do? We can clear all variables, and then we can put this or add this as vector to attack. And now we need to set the payloads, and the payload or the data should be numbers, and should be starting from 0 to the number 640, and we can put 40, and step is 1, and then we can start attack. And to locate the correct payload is by comparing the length of because the response status code would be the same, 200. So I think the only available way for us to locate or identify correct payload should be comparing the length of the response. And we can sort it out for them from the biggest one or longest one to the shortest one. Because the scope of the number is not very large. So this will not take a long time to finish. If we can find the correct payload, then we can, we can modify or manipulate the session ID or cookie information. All right. Because I'm using the community edition of BurgerSuite, so the performance of intruder module is not so good as professional edition. Okay. Anyway, it's acceptable for me. Also, I have already utilized this similar technique in the other CTF like machine like OneHub. For example, if the cookie or session ID is easily guessed or brute forced, then we can, as you know, utilize some ways to get the proper session ID for the administrator. Then we can act as admin user to the web application. Okay, I think we have already found the proper payload 119. I don't think we need to continue this attacking, so I'd like to close up the Burp Suite, and we can disable the proxy, refresh, and although we are logged in as a regular user, which is fine, we can open up inspect of the developer tool, and we can go to the storage, and we can change this value PHP session ID to 119, and then we can reload the page. As you can see, we successfully retrieved the credentials for the next level, and we can copy and note down to the notebook, and then we can go on our journey, right? So that's all I'd like to cover in this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.